A Danish affair, they topped it off well on the desk. We get ready to roll in what is our second semi-final, best of 5 final phase waits. And I'm sure they'll be licking their lips, more so if Kerrigan gets his wish to play Astralis in a final. Imagine that.
How cool would that be? Well, Matthew, I think we're actually ready to start the game. So here we go then, ladies and gentlemen, Heroic versus Astralis. And you know what? It's 5 seconds ago, so we'll build it up.
Yeah,
here it comes.
It looked like they were rushing into the live, but there was a restart call,
yeah.
So we'll get ready to roll. Either way, see what the buy is, Henry. Train, we saw enough of it this week, but we see more and more.
Yeah, well, it's quite standard these days to bring a Molotov to the T-side pistol. Is exactly what Zipex has done. We always talk about the inside arrow being very viable. You can have a Molotov towards that connector position or use it as a post plant as well. And that smoke can be used in many different ways. We'll see whether they decide to go towards inner. Actually sending 3 players towards Ivy to kick things off there. And it could be an inside rush, from the CTs. Look at Valde, he's getting aggressive with that CZ. A lot of teams doing that these days as well. And he's going to be looking for that first frag. And the Molotov's actually been used early to stop that push. Interesting.
Naden, Zipex, that is impressive. Down to 9. Clutch that. Zipex. He falls back inside of the shower. Wash himself clean. He might be able to catch Valde off. That's the impressive part. 2 of them are going to slip by. He has the chance to wrap back down inside of the ladder and get the frags on them as they try and rotate over to the A site. Bomb is dropped though, Madi. Good shot on Dupree. Now Zipex has his chance to strike. Needs to line up the headshot, manages it with the Glock and Device. Catches Valde slipping over the train. Brings it back to 2 versus 3, but again, Zipex is still low and Device has to get toward the bomb as they back off towards CT stairs to cover it. Good find, good spot. Needs to find the kill. Device down. I think that might spell the end of this pistol, but
yeah.
Zipex in a clutch at this event. This one might be the toughest.
I think he's got the most at this event. It's absolutely nuts how many he's pulled off.
2 do have low HP. Yugi, take down to 11. And Monty on 29, but again, bomb is covered and they're watching a headshot potential inside Z spot up. Yugi peeking, gets him from in top of the control room. Brings it down to 2, 32 seconds to work with. And Nico slowly goes back towards Z connector. Zipex, interestingly, is still expecting him to peek that direction, even though he knows that they're very likely to be CT stairs. He'll peek CT stairs immediately as well, so Madi's gonna have to be a little bit careful of his position.
15 seconds remaining now. Still has to plant the bomb and find 2 CTs. They've actually got a perfect crossfire. Even if they don't find the kill here, they've got the information. They can deny the plant. There should be no way he can win this. Should be.
He's going to go for a plant that's saved in behind the radiation. Best plant at this point. Best case at this point. He gets that bomb down. Doesn't quite. Even if he gets that, they go thoroughly by on round 3, but he's denied by a sparse second.
You always start believing a little bit. When he finds that first kill, he finds an inch to work with there, picks up the bomb as well. I thought he was going to get that plant down, but about 1 second denies it, and Heroic there. Modi especially doing a very good job towards that Ivy area. You could see that Astralis must have some for read and watch the demos of Heroic because they threw the Molotov towards the inner ramp at the start of the round just to stop that push coming in. That's quite intelligent. The Orcanade came in towards Zipex, but he still managed to create some havoc there towards the end. A force spike comes in from Astralis, of course. Did not get the bomb down here, so it's going to be a Tech 9 and Desert Eagle combo. 1 smoke to work with, a couple of flashbangs, maybe just smoke down the lower ramp, flash over, try and get the plant here. That's going to be the main objective. Still, of course, can win these rounds, but it's very difficult on train with only 1 smoke available.
Snappy waits at the bottom of the ladder for them to walk back down in his direction. The other storyline that we didn't touch on, we have 2 Nikos in the final.
Could have 2 Nikos in the final, yeah.
Question is, which one's better, Henry?
What's your favorite one?
Nico.
Well, this round is actually going a lot slower pace than I'd expected. In terms of that smoke, it's going to be in the hands of Zipex. Hasn't deployed it just yet, but he goes towards inner. And he's by himself, right? So this will be some sort of ruse. He can throw the smoke towards inner, maybe flash over. His teammates ready towards Ivy. And they've got a bit of ground to work with here. You can see the bomb's edging its way up, and it's quite a passive hold here. And it might be Modi to face momentarily. He needs to find this frag. He gets a decent flashbang from his teammate. Manages to find the first kill.
A lot of people would get greedy in that situation, knowing that they're blind and try and overstep to get a second. Quite smart that he just gives up on it immediately. He knows they're going to back off. They have pistols. He's found the opening kill. He was tagged at 43. If he goes down, it could be a bit of a problem for them. Astralis just wants to get a bomb plant. Surprisingly, they don't go B. We often talk about that, how quick you can get into the B site on this map. But if they pinch Valde and lock him into hell, he could still work toward the bomb train. Madi's not going to allow it quite so easily, but 1 player has slipped by. It's Glaive. Bomb drop, though. He'd have to go back for it. Yugi's going to find a man trying to do so. Glaive, and they'll close out the round. So 2-0. No plants. We'll sit 1 more with a Heroic. An advantage in economy, and Astralis sitting on pistols.
Quite a slow-paced round there from Astralis. The reason we talk about inside normally is because you get that smoke down, the flashes go in, you're almost guaranteed a trade at some point. You might lose 2 or 3 players in the process, but you got to find those 1 or 2 players with those Tech 9s that almost get the bomb down every time. But they go towards outside. Ivy, like we said, they got some room to work with there, but a decent flashbang comes in from Modi and Co. He finds the first kill, gets the information, and headshots the bomb carrier as well, so not really much they could do at that point. It's going to be a full eco round going into number 3 here. Just Glocks, 1 flash. This will be towards inside this time, so let's see if they can get a plant down. I said it. Trade is always possible, but another decent flashbang. This is great teamwork coming in from Heroic here. VoDs, he finds the first kill, looking for a little bit more here as well.
Heroic has looked good in this tournament, so teamwork key. Volta's going to drop back. Does hit the edge of the sloped ward against the pallet. Could have been close. Won't quite pull a simple.
Not yet. Well, Zipix down to 6 HP, and they've spotted everyone towards inner, so not really much they can do at this point. Device still has the flashbang. Just trying to hope that CT makes a mistake at this stage, but you can see him just using it to disgust a little bit. Dupree just sat above the pop dog room there. There will be a CT waiting for the other side, I'm sure. That will be Snappy. Tech 9 in hand as well. Difficult weapon to get multiple kills over this sort of situation. This flashbang's going to get him as well. Here he comes. Right-click that baby in.
Wait for it. Line up with that bolt, but Yugi goes aggressive once Glaive. Shoulder peeks, flashed off, perfectly timed inside of ladder as well. Back off though, Snappy manages to stay alive, and he gets all 3, make it 4. I take it back, Modi got the first, but still impressive with the Tech 9.
Yeah, did a great job there. He even got fully flashed at that point. The flashbang is very effective. He falls back, sprays them down, unarmored players, so they're going to be falling like flies at that point, but he did a very good job indeed. The AWP comes out for both sides, so Device, of course, did not force buy in that second round. He gets the AWP and head armor as well. That's always a positive aspect going forward. It means the M4s have to double dink you at least, and he's so good on this map, so watch out for this first gun round being an exciting one. He smokes towards outer, eradicates a couple of risks there, and Snappy, he's got the UMP still, staying with Nico as well, so they might have to go a little bit more aggressive in front of the smokes this time as he makes his way towards the pop dog room. There's a little smoke going down there as the AWP for Heroic as Yuggy spots the first player crossing towards that lower ramp. Doesn't hit the shot though.
He'll back off, let Nico get closer. Bomb still dropped over toward A main. Dupree still waiting out toward Ivy as well as Device has his up position. Trying to capitalize down toward Hell. And this shot as he walks out from Pop Dog, aggressive. No less from Device. Now he has to be careful because Volda's going to come on top. The close train, he reads it but can't hit it. Would have been decent. Tries for the wall bang in toward E-Box. Snappy's not quite lined up for it. Flash in, Kierby goes just deep so it won't blind him completely. He'll be able to hold off on his own, and they go, gets the kill as well. So Snappy trying to do something for the CTs. 48 seconds though, they go down a man.
That's actually really smart from Device, spamming all those shots and baiting out the reload noise as well. He's trying to tempt the CT to push in towards main entrance. He's got a teammate there ready to get the spray down. That's an early 5-on-4 in a very intelligent manner. Smokes will come in now. Looks like some sort of outside execution coming in, but the players are heading towards inside. So Dupree trying to stop the rotations coming in. Nico will be by himself as the execution towards inside comes in. The commitment, he's only got that UMP.
Molotov's up, means Zipix doesn't want to walk through it. He goes high. It works for Nico. Finds 2, looks for another, swings around, but it's going to be Glaive that's there. And now Device will post with the AWP to cover off the bomb being planted, but they're not going to face through Z connector, so Device won't have a line toward Modi, who instead goes through CT, and Volta taking down Dupree is going to open up the backdoor entrance by coming up Pop Dog. And potentially going for a flake. Tries for the swag pistol throw, but it's an AWP up close. He may get Device, and the fact that he's got to reload that time. And Glaive is low on HP. Modi finds him. Heroic is going to take a 4-0 lead on Astralis' map choice.
Tip my hat to Nico there. That's a really impressive play, considering he's by himself towards the inside side, and he's got the entirety of Astralis, had no backup there, and only has the UMP, finding 2 kills and giving his team a chance in that round. And Valda with a good kind of rotation, the flank coming in from Pop Dog as well, catches a rotating terrorist who is trying to get towards connector and backstab him at the same time. Device, he has to hit that crucial shot, can't do it. And Glaive left in a pretty unwinnable situation with about 13 HP. This should be the eco at this point. They did manage to get the bomb down, but they're just going to be opting to purchase into the future one. The 4-0 in favor of Heroic on Astralis' pick. This is actually looking very promising for them indeed. This will be the full outside smoke play here. Try and get the bomb down any way they can. Double AWP set up now for Heroic as well. Snappy joining in on the action.
Of this. Yeah, actually did make contact, decent amount. Played 59, but of this, only the 1 bomb plant. Nice shot from Yugi, that's quick. As he gets Device jumping across in A main, realizes now there's going to be more than just Device there, so he'll look for further information and damage. Tags Dupree through the edge of the train, 37 he remains with. As Xyp9x goes down though, Glaive's able to swing rack around, catch him off. Dupree, bomb planted, he's going to try and hold it desperately. There's still 3 up, surprisingly, for Astralis, despite the damage and chaos. That's changed, and the 2 that remain don't remain with much HP at all, but Glaive has an M4 and armor. Finds the first kill to try and keep him off the bomb, but has to peek aggressive. On the second time, it won't work.
Heroic lose 2 players there. Glaive finding 2 frags, but towards E-Box there, 15 HP. Yes, he has the M4 and armor, but they know exactly where he is, and 1 bullet will take him down there. Decent run overall for Astralis. They were buying into this round regardless. This has boosted their chances going into number 6 here. 5-0 in favor of Heroic, and they're looking very strong right now. This double orb setup allows them to have an orb towards inside, maybe a bit more aggressive towards upper ramp and control that area by himself. I'm sure we'll be seeing that at some point. It will be snappy towards that area. And actually, Nico alone towards inside for now. So both orbs going towards towards outside, sorry. And maybe an inside rush here. You can see lots of players for Astralis getting very quickly down lower ramp.
Nico gets overwhelmed this time. Kirby goes down to 10 HP, but more importantly, finds the entry. And Molotov means no peeking yet for Volda or Snappy. They'll smoke it instead, but Dupree is slipped up, and while that smoke's down, he'll take advantage. Device found the first, he sprays the second. And it's only 2 that remain. Finally, Heroic seem to be beaten in a round.
Yeah, this is what Glaive brings to this Astralis lineup. He can feel that things are going a little bit stale. He chucks in these faster rounds, allow his teams to actually find some entry kills there, straight down towards the lower ramp. That's where Nico's been playing by himself. Like I said, I thought the AWP would be in that position to be able to maybe shut that down, but Nico caught in a very difficult spot, can't find the first frag, and Xyp9x is actually baiting towards outside as well. He went towards Ivy, or maybe out for the main entrance, didn't quite catch it, but he's by himself trying to stop the rotations. He doesn't find a frag, but he gets intel and stops them rotating very quickly indeed towards the CT area. So it's going to be a nice clean round there from Astralis. They're first on the board here. Need to be careful. They do keep 4 players alive, so the reset potential isn't too nuts. As we get into number 7 here, single orb setup for Yugi. I'm not sure they'll go back to the double orb setup, but this is very good from Astralis overall as well. As soon as you get those inside positional control, like pushing down towards the CT rotation points as well, is very important. And that works out nicely for them.
So Glaive throws the bomb down toward T main as well. Now split up into a standard default. Watch Madi though, he's pushing up. Oh, I didn't see the smoke coming out from his perspective. I just locked in as I saw him in the lane, but the smoke's off, and Device finds him. So Astralis start off well. Have to avoid the reset.
Yeah, that's like a dream scenario on the T-side of train, getting an early pick like that. 1 minute 30 remaining. CTs now have to spread their bets, work out where they'll be going as well. Xyp9x got control of the upper halls towards inside. So they're in a really great spot right now. They've got many options available to them, still have a few smokes available and Molotovs. They'll be just biding their time and see if there's any sort of reaction coming in on the CT side for now. Looks like they'll be grouping up towards inner. They can, of course, smoke towards outside from this position as well. But Kiabi will be joining up with Xyp9x. They are very good at executing towards inside. They'll try and get Device down there first to get the opening frag. And Nico, once again, well, his work cut out for him.
Back toward the windows. Xyp9x readies the smoke. The salesman get utility toward the outer site. Nico is likely to be the one that comes under siege. Good map, that siege. Bring hostage maps back, Henry.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
I feel like you're hostage every day, so might as well already have them. Nico staring at upper, looks away at the wrong time. They spot his lag, gets some damage in, but he still manages to find the shot onto Kiabi on the way through. Yugi, meanwhile, goes back out and can't find the opening pick. That's going to be a problem for him as well, because the Molotov comes in immediately after, and already they're backing away.
Yeah, once again, Nico is more than happy to play towards inside by himself. Astralis showing presence towards outside, a couple of smokes out there as well. Dupree watching the flanks. They get towards that lower area, managing to find the initial kill, and the good utility usage as well. That Molotov towards connected denies Yugi even thinking about trying to retake that bomb site. So another great round from Astralis there. Towards inside once again. Well, to try to do what he can with his M4A1S, denying some saved AKs potentially here, and it's going to be Yugi to finish off that second frag. So doing damage to the Astralis economy at least, managing to pick up an AWP on their way out. So towards T-spawn they go. And it will be Xyp9x and Glaive now. Not really worth the hunt at this stage. They know that towards T-spawn they've got such an advantage in terms of the position. And Astralis get 2 rounds in a row here. So they avoid the reset potential for themselves and actually get them very stable economy going forward. They've got about $8,000 per player at the start of this round. After their investments, will be sat at about 3K. Heroic, after saving those weapons, certainly have a buy available. I think Yugi dropped over a weapon. They'll be picking up his AWP once again. So this is breaking point for them. After 2 rounds in a row, both going towards the inside area.
Flashes over, device already. Smokes will land inside of the hitch position. Stack toward inner. With Yugi on the AWP at the lower ramp and Volda on the corner. So they're trying to bait in potentially.
This is
tight shot.
Cool. They're hoping for that inside rush to come in once again. Obviously, Astralis have had a lot of success in that area. They send Vald, Yugi, and Nico towards inner.
This is the result, though. They're all inside. Dupree has the bomb, but no Smokes thinks about peeking to defend himself. He's throwing the bomb at the feet of Snappy, and they're getting the kills back. He could have had that planted without committing to it. It was a risk, sure, but from what we saw, we knew he could have been able to pull that off. Whether he didn't feel comfortable, different story. KRB now has to flash himself back out, gets caught off as the rotations come through Pop Dog. It's all on device, 1 versus 4. And despite that stack on the inside, Astralis give the bomb up.
That's very strange that Astralis don't capitalize there. 3 players who are at the start of the round towards the inside area, waiting for the rush to come in, or maybe that inside execution once more. But Astralis fast coming towards outer, and it's Snappy to shut them down there as well. He finds the 6th round for Heroic. And that's actually a real stable hold with 4 players surviving. The rotators coming from Connector as well, and finish the job off. Astralis did not get a plant in that round, so here's the replay. You can see how much he's got around him. Smokes and flashbangs raining in. Double spray down, and that denies the plant as well.
So 6-2, the response comes in. It's break point again for Astralis. So too is it though for Heroic. So a very important round for the half. The entire outcome of it. Imagine Heroic took some flack despite earning their spot in these playoffs. If they can pull it off in a best of 3 versus Astralis, there'll be no doubting it.
A little bit of an encounter there towards inside. Valdo wanted to try and get that first frag towards the upper platform. Zipex, though, fires off a warning shot, sends him packing, and he'll be helping out Nico towards inner for now. Zipex once again at that inside control. Snappy, he'll be holding towards Pop Dog. Yuki, though, I love his playstyle. He's always trying to hunt for these frags actively at the CD side. He never really sits around. He wants to be trying to challenge areas he knows Device will be waiting at as well. Can't find him just yet, as Device will be waiting towards Pop Dog. So when he's in this position, it suggests he'll be going toward that lower ramp once again, trying to find his first pick, and Valdo will be waiting for him. This kill is crucial. The flashbang's good, though. CT's going, I think he fought flash by his own teammates flash in the same time.
Zipex, but what a shot. Immediate response from Device. Catches himself on the air ducting, and as said, doesn't jump down right away to find the angle towards the connector, and Nico stays alive above. Nico rains down from above.
Wow.
Dupree will get Snappy back, but it's a 1 versus 3 that he's got to recover from. Bomb down inside of the site, swaps to the AK instead. The Heroic are looking on form.
Yeah, you can see why they're happy to leave Nico there by himself. Very confident in those situations. The 3-man spray down. Astralis couldn't even work out where he was. I thought a Device was going to find him on the top of that train there, but didn't work out. 13 seconds. I think he just had to save the AWP at this point. Dupree doesn't have a chance of doing anything in this situation, so he'll fall back. Needs to make sure he stays alive here. 5 seconds remaining. He won't be pincered by the looks of things. We do have Modi working towards the main entrance. Tries a little wallbang there, but not going to be finding him just yet. 7-2 though. Nico. Fantastic round from the AK-47. After that aggressive push with the flashbang, that baits Astralis to come down this lower ramp, and just look how calm and collected he looks in this situation. The third frag as well. Not really much Device could do about that.
Nothing at all. Found a good refrag on the entrance. It looked like they might have something to work with, but we're going to get the timeout immediately called in by Glaive.
Makes sense at this point. The fact they've saved the AWP, you've got one of the world's best AWPers on your side as well in the form of Device. They can't really buy into this round, but I think it's probably worth the force. Let's see whether Device can open things up, slow it down. They've got Desert Eagles, they've got some smokes to work with as well. It's a bit of a gamble, but I think it's one that's justified at this stage. You need to start posting some rounds. 7-2 on their map pick. Let's see what they can do this one. The unpause comes in, of course. So Device, I'll have a look at his spawn and see what he's got. Not the best, but certainly not bad. He's been focusing towards main entrance, but a lot of players know that's where he likes to try and find most of his openings. So obviously, we talk about these derbies. These players know each other inside out, right? So they're going to know the play styles and what Device likes to do. So maybe he'll go to a different position this time. He will be sticking towards main. I'm not sure they'll be giving him much to work with there.
Oh, that airstrike, oh, that's a flash. I thought that last one, yep.
They know they've stayed in AWP, so it's like, well, Device always goes towards main. Let's just drop 3 grenades on him.
So smart. We know Danes against Danes is always a good matchup. And that's because they know each other so well. That is such a smart play. Device has nothing he can offer. And even the like shot from Yugi at that point, it's easy to take him down with 3 HP.
Yeah, that was very, very clever. Well, they do manage to find one frag here. That was Kiabi, who found Modi pushing towards main entrance. He's got the M4A4 as well. They still have the AWP in the hands of Dupree. Interesting to see whether he can find a couple of frags with that weapon. There's still a chance to them, to be fair, with Kiabi's position. Undetected for now.
Good sleep in behind. Volda, ticket booth, not looking, immediate shot. No chance. Try and discipline it and find more because he could have spotted him if he looked even to the right slightly. Yugi misses a shot. Kiabi now has something to work with on the M4 as they open it up to a 2-man advantage and 2 guns still in play. Snappy smoked off. Nico still holding towards CT, and they may back out of this. So Heroic's playing the long game. They've saved early on multiple occasions. Money's grim, but not terrible.
Yeah.
They just want to make sure they continue to keep themselves in contention throughout the entirety of this half.
It was a great start for Heroic, all that damage onto the AWP player Device at that point, but I think they knew they'd done the damage. That's why Modi's pushing towards main entrance, trying to catch him on the retreat there. But Kiabi, he's waiting, he's patient towards main entrance, finds that first kill, and that unfolds into the round victory, actually going in favor of Astralis there. Gets some great position, pushes out towards Ivy as well, undetected, gets towards the connector position, and finds 2 kills, and that's round over. Heroic can't really do much about it. Smoked out, bomb planted as well, 4 kills to find. And Astralis, we said it was a bit of a gamble going into this one, but there it is, their 3rd round posted. And they've actually done a decent job of damaging the Heroic economy. They do save 2 weapons, so they certainly can buy into this one. Yugi still has the AWP. I'm sure we'll see the replay now. These grenades, so many of them. He's lasted on 3 HP there. That was kind of insane.
It's unreal. That's so frustrating for Device as well, but more importantly, they win the round.
Yeah, that's why I speculated. I thought he'd like maybe go towards popped up very quickly or Ivy to change things up a bit, but he managed to survive and they win the round, so no harm, no foul, I guess.
So double op, T-side, single op Yugi, AK Nico. Astralis trying to find their 4th round. In round 11, Yugi can't land the shot going in, but it beats in Volda. He lines up 2, makes the shots count, and he'll back off. But they can't get into the bottom site yet, so he still has a retreat pattern. As Yugi holds, it's about facing, yeah, that's a little bit brave with the USP especially.
Yep, well, he did a little bit of damage, I guess. It's going to be a 4-3 now. Heroic doing a good job towards that inside side once again. It was a nice crossfire. Nico taking the aggro away from Vald, who faces from the upper platform. Sprays 2 in the back, takes the Device down to 71 HP as well. And 1 minute remaining. In terms of grenades though, Matt, we've only got 3 Molotovs and a flashbang. This comes under Device once again. Glade's got AWP as well, to be fair, so try and find an opening. Flashbang that towards Pop Dog. Dupree will be sending this position.
Down it goes. Down they go as well. Glaive still watching out toward A main. And inside of the site. Snappy, Yugi especially is great position as he looks all the way down from Old Bomb toward Pop Dog. And he's going to line them up easily as they walk into his crosshair. Takes down Dupree. Bomb dropped toward the E-box as well. Glaive is desperate to try and find an angle that Yugi was also holding. He looks away just the second they cross over. Device will grab the bomb, but Modi's pushed out from Ivy. He's slowly getting in behind them. So you can Molotov Volda off all you like. Modi's inside of A main. And they're going to think they've got coverage toward that position, but Glaive is considering it. He is looking that direction. Smart from Glaive. He'll take him down. And is Glaive going to try this bold rotation point? Okay, I thought he was going to go back through Z to catch off Volda. Instead, he's going to go A main. So it does keep him dynamic. He's not locked into a small choke point, and that gives Device time to get down Yugi. He'll get the information as well on Volda, who's on 20 HP, jumps, and Volda's going to head for the hills.
Yeah, that Molotov is actually really influential. He said they had no smokes to work with, but the Molotov in the connector position actually takes him down to a very low HP and locks him out of this situation. 2 orbs surviving for Astralis as well. Great recovery. We said it was Device had to find the frags, but it's Glaive that finds the lion's share there. And he'll be actually posting his numbers to 6 and Device on 8. And that's going to be 2 rounds in a row now for Astralis. That should be breaking point just about for over. They save an M4 here, so they could force buys if they wanted to. It'd be a mix up of UMPs, FAMASs, maybe a couple of shotguns in there. And 7-4, Astralis do close the gap. Here's the replay from Val. You can see, like I said, Nico takes the aggro away and they're also focused towards that lower round position. He sprays 2 in the back, managing to survive as well. I thought that was round done and dusted at that point, but it's going to be number 12 here. They do not force buy into this one. It's going to be Vade with the M4, a couple of Deagles, P250s and some smokes, and maybe some sort of commitment towards Ivy. There are 3 players in that position right now. I'm pushing a little bit aggressive, but it's inside play once again from Astralis. Nico alone.
Shot on the AK. Kirby will plant. Astralis finally have turned their fates as well to completely take all guns away from Heroic and get momentum in the half. So it should go 7-5. Winning the half might still be a question, but they're making it more likely. At least giving themselves the chance. That Glave's gonna go back as well toward A main. They're all stacked up outside by the dumpster saving. Device will follow on the op. There's a big screened. Down goes one. AWP to follow, but M4 held still. Device wants it. Jumps across. Nice. No scope. Looks for the other. It's all for naught at this point, but Device! How sick is that? Gun's gone. Forget picking up a second. And we just said they finally get momentum. That's going to keep it in their favor.
Oh my God, that was so sick from Device. Like, it's the CT players with pistols, to be fair, but just every shot he's hitting. Valder and the dumpster are trying to keep that M4 alive. First one's a no-scope, then these 1Ds coming in as well. Really impressive stuff there. Look how collected he is at this point as well. Good Lord. Well, Heroic still have a bite, nonetheless. As we get to round number 13. 7-5 still in their favor. Device once more going towards main entrance. Decent flashbang comes in, has to fire off a shot and fall back there. But Yugi, this is the position I always like for the CT Orpers, but that's normally the counter. Falling back from that Molotov, he'll have to reposition and probably fall back towards Connector.
Device already outside of A main's gonna Molotov towards Sandwich. Decent position for him to be in early, but Snappy's got the kill on the Zipex. And he's done damage onto Glaive. So he has to back off the Pop Dog. That means Device is gonna have to start to open something up. Dupree's still waiting as well. It's the server. He's there, but Snappy, Device found. Op down. The buy into this one paying off for Heroic. Dupree's still timid to try and peek this out, and Glaive with 19. Back off, Kirby's heading that direction. Dupree down, Kirby's got nowhere to go, except into the hands of Maudie. Bring it up, does finally find the headshot in the repeak. But still a tall order in this round. 43 seconds. Glaive's still unsure of exactly where to go. He's gonna give up and trying to get through a tight choke point at Pop Dog. The low HP, he needs the best odds he can find, and that's gonna be over toward B instead, where he's got more space to work with.
It's a bit desperate at this point, though. I'm not sure the players. He has a smoke to work with. He's going towards the upper ramp, hoping he can find the one-shot here. If there was an AWPer at the end, there's not. Nico's actually positioned himself on the bomb train itself, looking towards upper. He should be able to deal with this kill pretty easily here. There is a flashbang available for Glaive. He won't use it. Oh, that's the shot. And I thought Glaive was going to be taken down there, but 18 HP, still alive for now.
Still alive for now. No longer. Nico finds him, and the round was already about to expire based on time alone. So Heroic will get their 8th, secures them the half. Take that what you will. And Astralis will buy back in with the remains of their money. Get themselves an AWP as well. That Device will wield. Double up CT this time, and it's the second one, this time in Snappy's hands.
Yeah, the Device fancies the challenge towards Ivy himself. He'll be jumping out in this dumpster. But Yugi opens things up towards Glaive, and now he's smoked out. Device is fast-paced. Shut down pretty quickly there. He had a gap to work with before, not this time. Modi has learned his lesson. Maybe a boost towards server, but Modi seems to be aware of that being a possibility as well. He just needs to stay alive at this point. He doesn't need to overextend. They have the man advantage, and he can see that boost coming in. Device just hoping a mistake is made here, but decent flashbang, and unfortunately, Yugi does decide to challenge. They love to play off each other, those flashbangs, and it works against him this time.
Molotov down will segregate the two of Dupree and Device. Dupree good to go, though. Monty's not ready for him to be inside of the flames. Works against him. Smoke off of the right, though. Valda quick to strike, pulls it back, and will rotate immediately into Old Bomb so that Device can't find him in return, leaving us in a 3 versus 3. And he'll slowly, Kiarby with Bomb, slip towards Sandwich as Device still has to figure this out. With smokes on either side. The best route of approach. The smoke on either side may not work, though. Snappy, he's pushing through it. Oh, if he had gone, Device was done for. He didn't even consider it. At this point, though, it's Zipic's turn to enter. It's vaulted down, Snappy rotating back, Kiarby planting on top of the train itself. No, take that back, just beside it. Snappy set to watch Pop Dog. Kiarby is not backed away. He wants to watch C Connector where Nico arrives. Easy shot, easy win. Follows the same up onto Snappy.
Another solid round there from Astralis, and that's the opening kill given towards the road there. Yugi finds it, I think it was towards Pop Dog. At that point, they're still hunting for information. I like that, but Device, he'll take those kills all day long. That was towards main entrance. That was Glaive jumping across. That was very fast from Yugi, to be fair. And then Device pulls one back, and at that point, you could see Modi. He throws the incendiary in, but he doesn't realize that Dupree's already past it. He's not looking towards that position anymore. Thinks it's safe for 10 seconds or so. doesn't work out, and the round unfolds. Number 15 here, and a real strong chance for Astralis to go 8-7. As there's only pistols, scouts, and UMPs available, the inside push comes in. 3 players for Zipex. He's ready for the push in, and so is Glaive. He finds the first kill.
Over top of the railing, backs it off as well. Molotov down to the ladder. It's a little bit late. They get up on top. They have to be careful because Zipex was trying to pull his nade out instead. He gets the gun drawn in time, and Volda, the last alive, does at least manage one on the UMP. But it should split the half 8-7.
Sure.
I know their name's heroic, but I doubt Volda feels that heroic. So Zipex will get the kill. 8-7, that's a decent start from Heroic, and they looked very coordinated. You mentioned their teamwork, the flashes, the timings, it was on.
Yeah, they were looking like they had a great amount of synergy there as well. They win the pistol, get the 5-0. I think they'll be a little bit disappointed with the way that finishes up. 8-7, Astralis look phenomenal in the gun rounds, but let's see who can take train in the second half. We'll take a quick break.
Don't call it a fluke in best of ones. If Heroic can put up numbers against Astralis, they've done exactly that. 8-7. And on the lower third, when we left for our halftime break, a nice stat. 4 players on Heroic got 3 Ks that half, so everyone is contributing.
Yeah, been very impressed by them. I was a little bit worried whether they could perform the big stage, obviously getting the bye straight to the semi-final. Don't get to kind of warm up there and kind of experience this environment, but they're handling it very well indeed. Great start, hot out the trap, 5-0. And they finished the half winning it as well, 8-7. Very important pistol coming up though, Matt. It's going to be 4 sets of armor. Make it 5 now for Heroic. No utility to work with here, as it is something quite grouped up together, rushing potentially as well. I talked about inside being a very hot part of the map for the pistols, and it might just be coming in. But Zipex will be waiting towards upper ramp. Will he get there in time? I'm not sure he will.
Gonna get there as soon as they face onto him, but he's got to back off before he gives up ramp because they're already in the site. Now he's completely pincered off. Still manages to get them once they drop in, but can't get the damage dealt. It's Volda instead. Device has to play at the back hitches. They push up. He's got lane covered off. He's got 2 headshots, but he's got no HP left. KRB will avenge him. It does give them a bit of something to work with, an advantage by 1. It's a kit for Glaive as well. Unfortunately, Dupree, he's been found out. Volda, he's low on HP, but nearly gets damage into KRB. That's courting to kill, as it's Snappy that waits, and he'll try and wait it out by the train. What a shot, KRB, and it's now going to be the defuse. And 8-8.
Well, the inside rush does come in for Heroic there. They do not win the round. It was actually fantastic work from Device on the rotation from Connector there. Finds 2 great headshots just about before he dies at that point. Zipex towards upper ramp. He comes around. He's there to spot for information. He actually spots 4 terrorists right in front of him. Drops down, can't find a frag, but he does stay alive long enough to get those rotations from his teammates coming in. So Astralis will pull it back, 88, but it's going to be a good plan coming from Heroic. Means he can get AKs in the 3rd round here. So number 2 just means P250s, some Deagles, not too much investment. Objective, try and get that bomb down once again. And damage to the CT reinvestment going into that next round. If they can find 2 or 3 kills, it means the CTs are very weak going into round number 3. But there's an equal exchange, that will do. Lada takes down Kiabi, who pushed towards Ivy.
Spray through the smoke, though. dupree's got to be a bit careful. As VoDs and Madi do want to try and push on to him, and Device is still occupied elsewhere inside of the site, having lost Kirby already. In fact, he pushes all the way to Sandwich. He's going to go with Glaive to make sure Pop Dog's cleared. That gives Glaive the confidence to walk out from behind E-Box and get much closer into Pop Dog. Just that little bit of information, but has no information about what further lies around the corner, and a P250 gets upgraded into a UMP.
Here we go then. It's going to be a 4-on-3 advantage in favor of Heroic.
This boost as well. That's a good shot from Device, an important shot from Device. Perhaps round winning or round saving, because that's 2 guns picked up. They still have them. Device goes down to 13, but Yugi walks in and finds dupreeh. This is advantage Heroic.
Absolutely. 50 seconds remaining as well. They've got an M4, the UMP, and Device just down to almost 10 points of health as well. This is looking pretty bleak for them. And these sort of scenarios, when you have one player that's very low, your best bet is just to stay together, take a bit of a gamble. You can see they've left inside bomb site completely open. They've lost track of the terrorist side now. And Device, he's towards the back tracks. Modi finds him. That's round over. Zipex, he's really good at the clutches. This would be such a tall order for him.
Device doesn't want to peek. He wants them to walk in or catch them off as they go toward the train. Instead, they're making noise. He knows they're there. Pops out, works out perfectly because Snappy is looking away. And he immediately realizes they've gone inside of the site. And Zipex, it's not a 1vx clutch, but does come up with 2 very important kills.
Yeah, that was actually very calm and calculated from the Device. He's actually not peeking towards Ivy. He knows he's low HP, has to be a bit more intelligent about his decision-making there. Holds the off angle, listening for the sound cues. He times it to perfection as well, just as they look over the backtrack. That's when he finds that first kill, funnels him towards Zipex. He's dropped the incendiary on the bomb train as well. And he manages to find the last frag of the UMP. But this is the important one now. We said the reinvestment would be a little bit more difficult for Astralis. You can see there's a shotgun there for dupreeh. Fast play towards Inap. They have got control of the upper halls now. A UMP for Nords and Eco, 4 AKs to work with, and dupreeh. This is the standard position with the shotgun.
If anyone dares step over top of the ledge at that ladder, he'll be in position. Rank 7 at the ready. 4 inside of the brown halls, though, and Madi already toward upper with the AK, wants to find the entrance, and Zipex, he's backed off watching this potential. How fast does dupreeh go? As soon as there's noise, as soon as there's anything, he's gonna take the shotgun. Oh, he backs away. I thought he would go up the ladder immediately, but Zipex, tremendous job. Now dupreeh goes, catches VoDs. He's found 2 already, and it's Glaive and Zipex to close out all 5, but bomb does go down. That's a bit of an issue because early by a win, you could force out 4 rounds. Now they've got a little bit more money going into what would be a 3-round bonus in the next.
Zipex, what a fantastic job he does in that inside area. He plays this role on almost every single map, the B bomb site, by himself, because he's always good for 1 or 2 kills. This time he delivers 3, staying alive as well. The plant goes down, but that's absolutely fine. You can see Heroic can't buy into this round regardless, so this could be Tech 9s. Glocks, they have got some body armor, so it's a bit more of a partial buy. Modi picks up the UMP, but Astralis now back on track. They take the lead quite firmly now, 10-8 on the CT side. I would say, in my opinion, Train is still one of the most CT-sided maps we have in the game right now. It was up there with Nuke, but Nuke's starting to balance out a little bit more as well. And Inferno still being tested. We're not 100% sure which way that'll be going.
Bit more investment than I would have expected from Madi in this round onto the UMP, because he's left at 1,000. They're going to get 2,900 minimum unless they get a bomb plant in the next. If they get the bomb, that's fine. If they don't...
You can still get AK head armor, so, and maybe a smoke.
Well, exactly. Depends on how much utility they want to go with and how fast they want to play.
But if he gets 1 kill with this UMP...
That's a good point as well.
He's back.
The kill reward is definitely applicable.
So, it's certainly a gamble, but he gets head armor as well. There is quite a lot of investment, but 1 kill should be able to balance the books, if you will.
He's searching for it toward the ladder. It's dupreeh down below. He goes. Never mind that kill for Madi. He's gone already. So too is Snappy. But Snappy aim from dupreeh instead on the AK-47. Glaive blocked off at E-Box, has to go to the left side instead with the Molotov out, but manages to do so with relative ease. Nice shot from Nico. Nico with shades of Nico. Device gets him down in the end.
I've actually been super impressed with him this game so far. I haven't had a chance to really watch Heroic. They've always been on the other B stream when we're casting, so I haven't had a chance to really watch this Nico guy, and he looks very good indeed, very confident within himself, and that CT side of train was impressive. Some nice one digs there as well, but Dupree, solid job with the AK-47. Easy does it, sprays him down. As the incendiary drops at his feet as well, good stuff. Goes to round number 20, 11-8. Another buy comes in for Heroic. Modi, like you said, was a bit of a risk. He goes down to a UMP, wants that bit of extra utility. He gets the Molotov flashbangs and no AK.
Typics to solo anchor on B is not uncommon. You mentioned Nico doing it for Heroic. We see Taz do it Virtus Pro.
Yeah.
It's quite common. Glaive's going to go back to play the support role as well.
Well, map control coming in here. Get Pop Dog first. Vada waiting towards main entrance. Yugi will be ready to throw the smoke. He has not got the AWP, but flashes go towards outside as well to allow his teammates to get out of Pop Dog. Let's see whether they can find his first frag.
Oh, Dupree!
No.
The smoke, did it bounce? It didn't extinguish right away. Whether it hit a texture on the rail, I'm not sure, but that leaves him on 4 HP. That's a huge problem. Snappy slides to his right, finds one. Kiabi gets him back, but bomb is dropped. In a 3 versus 3, Nico will recover it. Nico also spots Kirby, thankfully changes his location and finds Yuki instead. That brings Zipics in, 1 for 1, and it's Nico versus 2. Still playing at default on the train. He's gonna put a Molotov out behind Kirby. That limits his movement on 19 HP as he hits Device down to an equal amount. But it's the kill for Device and the round to Astralis, 12-8.
Tense round there as well. I thought Nico had some grounds to win that one. The Molotov dropped as well. He finds that kill towards backtracks. He's got a real solid chance of winning that one. Wasn't meant to be though. And Heroic with the fast play towards outside, 3 towards Pop Dog as well. Flashbangs coming in, smoke towards the outside track. And you're right, Dupree got pretty unlucky there. He actually extinguished the smoke, but sometimes it's a little bit of a glitch that the smoke doesn't bloom straight away. It should, as soon as it touches fire, that's when it should be going off. But he goes down to 4 HP, just about survives. But the round does go in favor of Astralis, and Dupree, once again, aggressive towards that Pop Dog position. We're seeing him getting up close and personal almost every single round and finding frags consistently here. Modi goes down once again.
Volda will bounce a smoke left, Molotov right, but look at Kirby up close. And Volda, oh, he reads it, somehow doesn't get the kill. Leaves him low enough that Yugi will strike. Yugi's now left alone, flash goes in. It hits and lands it at the feet. Remember, it's crosshair distance to detonation. And that's why he doesn't get fully blinded up by that as he tries to get the shot back in, but it doesn't work out for Device.
They still have the 4-on-3 for now, and Snappy about to drop. Dupree just having a monster half here on the CT side. Yugi gets one back in return, but still a lot of work to do here. They have got the bomb, but Glaive, perfect position, takes out another frag. 3 versus 1. We said we've been impressed with Nico so far. Can he deliver? So far, he cannot. Zipex seems to be absolutely everywhere here on train. Great timings, great rotations from him, playing that inside area, pushing towards Pop Dog, just when you know the commitment towards outside comes in. And it was a great start from Heroic Map. They had that 5-0 lead. They finished the half 8-7, though. They haven't picked up a single round here in the second half. It's currently 6-0 in favor of Astralis. This is their map, though, to be fair. I said in the pre-game, I think if Heroic have a chance of making this series interesting, I think it was going to be on Nuke. And I still stand by that. From what I've heard, that Nuke is very, very good indeed.
I think that summed up with the fact that they beat VP on it.
Yeah.
Whether or not VP had an off game, you can debate. But they won both pistols, VP, and still lost. So that says there's something in it for Heroic.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
Astralis is good on it too. I think all the Danish teams are. That's actually one thing, one strength of their
good
bow.
on every map. To be fair, Astralis, like maybe just Cobble, you could say they're not amazing on it.
Yeah, but I mean, even like North Oak, Cage and B, I talk about his rotations all the time. If Heroic's got that map, it is kind of a very cool aspect, that the fact that they have such depth in their map pools. Speaking of depth, it's now Yugi to push up beyond where you would have expected him to try and tread water and pick up an M4 on his own with a Deagle.
Look at Modi in that smoke towards upper platform there. He could be the linchpin. He manages to sneak past. Zipex has no idea. Hasn't spotted him yet, but now he gives his position away. The shot has been fired by the Tech 9. He knows that the position is clear, but his teammates still have to get down that lower ramp without losing a frag here. That's going to be very difficult.
Device missing the shot at upper. Has Zip down below. Jumping off a train, thankfully. Not any higher, because at 4 HP before he hit the ground, the crater would have been lovely, but not from that distance. Not possible. Nico instead will go bomb down. 4 versus 4. And Volda, what is this Deagle play from Nico? I've said that phrase before, but not describing this individual. Volda's got armor and an M4 in this. Snappy's got head armor to work with on a Tech 9. This is still a tough task. And the single kit for Glaive, the 4 HP for Device. Meanwhile, on Nico's left, he's got to be careful. And he's gonna get away with it because VoDs gonna save him by getting down Glaive. He got one before him, but now Snappy's on the flank. Device on 4 HP. This is done. Yep. Heroic's gonna steal this back. It's gonna go 13-9. Device, he's gonna have a tough time just holding on to the AWP as they head both directions. And Snappy sneaks in.
Big round there. That deagle shot, especially from Nico, is really influential. It kicked over the upper smoke coming in, and Modi gets into the inside side, undetected as well. They finally find him, but he's already managed to clear the close sectors of the inner site there. Device not with Zipex as the teammates, as the terrorists pile in through the lower area. Managed to get a bomb down there. They're hitting their shots, and a real nice backstab from Snappy to finish things off with that Tech 9. Nothing really Astralis can do about that, and it's Heroic pulling one back. An unlikely round. They managed to get a full buy here, and aggressive towards main. It's Yugi, but he takes a lot of nade damage and can't pick up that first frag.
Modi will back off slightly as well after the first aggression. The first wave.
Just a note as well, Device is actually towards that inner ramp this time. We call it the shotgun style warping. Very close range, looking for the T's crossing over. If he finds that first pick, he'll swap up with Zipex, but not committing just yet. The T's will be grouped up above Pop Dog. Options from here to go towards outside. You can do the set piece smokes or back towards inside, which looks like they will be looking to do here. Nico going in first. We did say Device was waiting for them, but he's fallen back slightly here.
Glaive and Dupree playing this together, and Dupree looking the other way has to react fast if Glaive doesn't succeed. Here it comes. Oh, I thought it was ready. Snappy. Valda and Nico out toward long corner. Do they even go? Smoke's down. Push by the ladder. Glaive knows they're there. Flash is going to go deep. Second one as well. First player's going to go down. That's only Modi. But the other, Snappy, heads toward B with bomb. So they were really trying to be convincing with the outer push. Device, though, will catch off Nico. Leg shot as well on Snappy, who gets toward the bomb. He's got to climb on top of the train to avoid Molotovs. Nades would do it. Bomb planted. Device gets ever closer. Another miss. Not that time. Snappy, the second bullet from the op will be enough. Did he tag him? I think he did, through the edge of the train. And Valda goes down to the pistol in the end with a headshot. Device looking lively. Very lively at that. But Yugi has a Molotov upper. He's got to go early with it. There'll be lots of time. Not only that, that's not a smoke. That's a flash. I think there is a smoke still available on the CT side in the hands of Dupree, so they could cover that off. Yugi, meanwhile, has to do business still inside of the brown halls. They're already on the defuse. 2 seconds. That's done. Yugi goes down just before it's, excuse me, diffused, as I lose my words. But either way, it's Astralis 2 rounds toward the end of this, and they'll buy again, Heroic, but this could be it for buys.
I love that setup as well, towards Pop Dog. 2 CTs in that position, one watching towards main entrance, one actually watching the drop down coming in from the actual Pop Dog itself. Dupree dodging the flashbang, we use that cobweb position. You actually use the little corner wall you've got there to dodge those. He finds a couple of frags, follows them towards inside, and Device is getting the job done there. A few misses here and there, but manages to get some lovely shots in as well. 14-9, and will be Astralis pulling one back, and one away from map point here in this best of 3. This is their map pick. We move on to Nuke next, which is where things get very interesting indeed. Now, Heroic still have a chance in this. Number 24, once again, grouping up by that Pop Dog area. Not so much heavy commitment this time from Dupree. He will be outside, but this time a little bit more passive towards E-Box. Smoked out, but still in a great position to do some work here. There's one.
Dupree spots it. Good toggling of the X-ray to show exactly how little vision he did have, but when he got it, he nailed it. Valda goes down. Snappy gets him sandwiched, though. Device doesn't anticipate. Nearly gets caught on the op above on green train. Snappy's actually gone to hell instead. Device realizes it now. Goes to pistol, jumps off, tries to use the ladder mechanics best he can. And in the meantime, Modi had a kill on top of that, but the HP's so low, Kiabi. That's a lineup from Yugi. He gets 2. I was going to say makes this entirely winnable and favorable for Astralis. That changes in the one click of an AWP.
Yeah, collateral comes in up to Kiabi now. No bomb planted as of yet. Looks like it'll be heading towards inner. That could be to their detriment because you can see the CT rotating into that position as Kiabi. He goes towards connector for now. And they may have wasted some time here. They do get the bomb down towards the inside site. In terms of the utility they have left, flashbang and an HE grenade, the big key factor is that they can get towards lower ramp and actually have the AWP up as well. Kiabi knows it's the inner plant. And he will be going for this by the looks of things. A lot of smoke to work with.
Quick shoulder peek.
If you look at the position from Modi, nothing he can really do here. They've got him pincered in.
And there it is. Spots him. And Modi gets it as well. So Heroic will get to double digits still. one closer to Astralis, who still have money in this. Not the greatest amount, mind you, but Device goes on to the op early as well. As soon as freeze time started, he went glass cannon. So they're committing to this.
Yeah, it's only one round to the good of a Heroic. They've only got one in the row, nothing built up really. So if they can win this round, that's pretty much GG. So it is a bit of a gamble from Astralis, but they have a better rounds to work with here. Trying to shut it down as quickly as possible. And Device with the AWP, one of the world's best. They're going aggressive towards Inner. And let's see if this works out. They're going to find Modi with the grenade in his hand. Zipex finds the early kill. They will be falling back. Drop the smoke. Job done at this point. They found that advantage. And now it's up to Heroic to strike back.
Ooh, Snappy, very fast. Kirby gets him as well, though. That's going to leave it to 5 versus 3. So you were right to mention the fact that it's a gamble play, but if it works, they break Heroic down and we'll have map point.
See a lot of teams like SK going for those inside pushes. Haven't seen a lot of it this game, to be fair, but that's the perfect time to bring it in. You've got SMGs, close range weaponry, 3 there to trade frags. They get the first kill. Snappy tries to get it back as quickly as possible. Kiabi, he manages to get the frag, and now towards inside we go. Yogi has to be big,
Mix has to fall away as well on the UMP. Nico found the kill on Dupree, so still in it with a shout. Low HP though, Yugi and Nico, 18 and 21, both of which are gone. Or is it Yugi still up but now down? And Zipex again finds all 3.
He's so good, isn't he? 4 kills in total. We have the SMG. He's the player that finds the kill on lower ramp and has timed it to perfection as well. Gets himself above the remaining T players at low HP, and just great work with the SMG at that point. And we did say that's going to be breaking point if this round worked out for Astralis. A little bit of a gamble there, but it goes really, really well. And now it's going to be bomb going down. So in terms of the buy for Heroic, they get a couple of AKs here and maybe 3 pistols to work with. Yep, okay, so 2 Tech 9s, a Desert Eagle, a few smokes and some flashbangs. This is map point in favor of Astralis on the CT side. And with this sort of buy, I would say this is the last round. It will take a godlike performance from someone like Nico to bring this in their favor. Snappy has to go aggressive here with the AK. Hope he can find a one-tap.
Dupree inside of door at Pop. Oh, the flash didn't go deep enough. Didn't go deep enough at all, but they still find the trade. Just barely. As Nico hits 10 and hits the deck. Device to put him down. Snappy does get some help from Modi, who gets the shot on the Tech 9, and that'll allow him to advance through the smoke at Sandwich and in toward Hell, but he has bomb. He's got to be careful. Zipex falling to Snappy means Glave's in a bit of trouble because he goes low. Snappy's able to catch him as he retreats back around. It's onto Device, 1 versus 2. And Modi crosses. Didn't quite catch the vision on you, and now smoked off as well. So Modi gets the plant. Device tries to go aggressive and catch him before he can retreat away from it. Doesn't quite find him inside of the smoke. Flash down, there's a gap. And look at Modi's position. Modi goes through the smoke and Modi modifies the body. Device goes down and it's 15-11.
Snappy stepping up there. It was the fast play towards the outside area. The equal trade towards Pop Dog allows Heroic to find some space to move there as well. Tech9's doing some decent work in close range encounters, and they return the favor. Astralis can't build up their bank account now, so they'll have to take an eco. They still have a bed of 4 rounds to work with here, so it's absolutely fine. They still have map point. They've guaranteed overtime here. So 5-7, CZs, a smoke, a couple of flashbangs, and I'll have a look at the initial setup from them. Pretty standard stuff. Zipex by himself and then 4 players towards outside. Zipex will be overcommitting here. He's only got that P250. But Heroic will know this is very likely this to be the situation. 1 round, only $1,400 coming into their bank account. So play it nice and slow, treat it like a gun round towards inside. Full execution, absolutely fine. And we have 1 player watching the rotations as well. That's Rivaldo, who's watching Pop Dog. Just making sure no CTs sneaking behind them.
Good shot, and Yugi gets Dupree. Zipex knows one's gone above, but smartly looks the other direction first. Modi will eventually capitalize, but then Device gets him turning the wrong way. Gets the kill back to make it 3s. AK picked up now for Kirby, but Glaive gone. He's got to be very careful with this as well. No armor, aim punch becomes very crucial. And with the flash off, I imagine he's the first shot going to go against him. Yeah, he won't be able to get the jump. So Nico easy to take him down. Device though, shows up in style with a deagle, and he's looking to upper at the wrong time. They peek as he looks away, 8 HP. But if he hits shots like he just did, that won't matter. As he continues to work though, bomb is going to be ticking too quickly now without a kit, so it will go 15-12. He just wants to take down guns with him. He won't be able to do much more. Nico should get away in completion. In fact, I don't think the bomb's even going to detonate. It doesn't. And we remain on map point for Astralis.
3 to go there for overtime. Heroic certainly in a advantageous situation. You can see the buy coming in for Astralis once more. The shotgun for Dupree. Not that that's ever let him down before. Device gone glass cannon. If you're not familiar with that term, means he has an AWP with no armor to work with. That means if 1 bullet hits him, his crosshair or scope will be shot up into the air, make things very difficult for him. And also it makes him a lot more vulnerable to damage coming in. So Astralis, any particular setup coming in here is going to be Dupree towards Popdog once again, which makes a lot of sense, of course, with that Max 7. Glaive backing him up for now, but he'll be falling back. Zipex trying to get the first frag, and he opens things up in style as well. Takes down Modi with a quick couple of taps there, and manages to get a 5-on-4.
5-on-4 with map point. Dupree still sits below the Mag 7. Oh, stares at a flashbang, though. That's so scary when you're full blind, just hoping that you're going to survive to the other end of it, but he does. They don't push through onto it. Instead, though, they will put Valda and Yugi out toward the Ivy position as Nico and Snappy decide to go back away from the halls and in toward A main. Jump, boost across, not even a run, just over top his teammate to get the elevation. So you're trying to bait out an op shot, but no one on the inside of that with an op, so that won't matter.
Yeah, it gives Yugi a different position as well. That's, for now, Device. He'll be towards inner, backing up Zipex. KRB watching towards Ivy. That's going to be the key situation at this point. He's smoked off. Flash is coming in as well. The bomb, though, still going to be towards main entrance. This will be an outer split coming in, and they start to commit at this point.
Snappy gets some room to wiggle. Glaive's got to be careful. Smokes are down, flashes through them. Hide in the smoke is his best chance, and he tries to do so, but he's made a jump. And Nico, I think, is searching for him. He's looked away. Glaive now knows he's behind him. He's going to swing around, find him unsuspecting, at E-box, but Snappy's been tagged as well. This is good work from Glaive, because damage done. Zipix closes it out, and the round is over, all in the hands of Zipix. 16-12, Astralis will beat up on their Danish counterpart and take map 1. It was their map choice, but we go to Nuke, and that's Heroic's choice.
Yeah, I was impressed with Heroic overall on Train. I didn't think they stood a chance there, but they came out with that 5-0. Actually, looked pretty decent, winning the first half as well, but the second half, that's when Device really comes to life. He almost finishes on 30 frags there. Zipex with a great performance overall as well. So that's to be expected. Then picking up Train, but like you said, we go on towards Nuke. And that's where I think Heroic can actually get the job done there. But before we get their map, we're going to throw it back over to Alex and the boys on the analysis desk.
As expected, Astralis do the necessary work on their map pick, Train. Maybe raising a couple of questions surrounding the map pick itself. Our analyst did identify that Astralis don't typically pick that map themselves, but they do what they needed to do. A win for the Danes on their map choice. Of course, I need to be more specific than Danes during this derby. I do have Natu and Yanko joining me to understand it. It was actually relatively close, given that Astralis have been seen as one of the best teams in the world, full stop, but also on Train. Yanko, what do you make of this one, seeing Heroic push them to 16-12? Do you think we've got a series?
I think they definitely have shown a good performance, but I think this game was also a great example of that you can't miss opportunities and you can't waste chances if you're Heroic and you're playing against Astralis, right? We saw that they got off to a good start in the first half, but then they had a couple of rounds where they had the advantage initially, but would still play maybe a bit over-aggressive and throw that away, and that gave the window for Astralis to come back into the game.
Yeah, a close first half, Natu. It was, again, Heroic forced to go on the T side where we saw the kind of cracks begin to show. What did you identify from their attack?
I mean, just to follow up on the first half, I felt Nico and then Valde as well, having him out on inner bomb side, it was good. We saw some diversity there. First of all, we saw Astralis pushing them a lot there in the early rounds, actually taking over the brown halls, going for inner, and trying to really keep Nico honest, but he was utilizing that UMP really great. And then we saw Valde hopping in as well, going in an upper, playing even a little bit too aggressively at times. But yeah, good to see them really taking the battle to Astralis at that point. But I mean, a metric for me, at least, in terms of if you're playing a solid T side, is if you get into situations where you're putting yourself in a position of winning rounds, and that's what Heroic did. I mean, a lot of the times they were in positions and situations where they could have easily won the round, as in it was like a 2-on-3 or 3-on-3 or so forth, with the possibility of a bomb plant. So yeah, I mean, it comes to the little things that Astralis is just a little bit better than Heroic at this point in time.
The AWP discussion has to be had as well. Both Device and Yugi, both at the top of the scoreboard for their respective teams. I think if ever there was a time for Yugi to show up and be tested, it seems he's passed that with flying colors here.
I think he had a good game. You could see, though, at times being maybe perhaps not nervous, but over-peaking in some situations, right? There was a good example when they were going towards B and Device was, Astralis was on the T side, so Device is just holding an angle towards connector, and Yugiko was rotating in, just, peeks wide. you don't see people, you even see people just smoke off that area so they can safely get towards the B bomb site. So those like the smallest of margins, right? But that's where you can see the difference in class between someone like Device and someone like Yugi.
Interestingly enough, look at that sniper and then pistol kills. 10 for Device. Almost half of his kills coming from, or at least a third of them coming from his pistol. We saw some crazy stuff with his deagle as well. In fact, we might even have some highlights of that one, but in contrast to Yugi.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, a lot of times also full ops to, you get a leg shot with an op and then you follow up with a pistol kill, right? So it happens in here. We have that, the first in no scope, and then comes a deagle into play.
Yeah, this was brutal. Look at this. Beautiful start, and then backup deagle is present. That $700 investment certainly worthwhile when you do that with it. Oh, aggressive from Heroic.
Definitely. I mean, that's what happens when you want to get up close and personal with Device.
Yep, he gives you a message, a strong message with his Desert Eagle. That was awesome. And Desert Eagles are just becoming a bit of a recurring trend, it seems, today. We've seen Nico doing damage with it, Henny doing damage with it.
Nico again.
And
Nico again doing damage with it, something about that name. But yes, we are, I mean, the Desert Eagle discussion is an interesting one. It definitely contributed to almost half of Device's kills.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there are other pistols in the game. Probably got a couple of kills in the pistol rounds as well. But I mean, it's usually the oppers, right? With that one-shot accuracy, being good with the AWP, they're usually pretty good with pistols as well.
So now you do have a telestration up in front of you. What is it you're looking to demonstrate?
Yes, it's an example of Heroic and their T side and how they, even on a map like this, they still have some set strats. This is going to be an example of them doing a fake. You can see that one smoke is already fallen. They're going to do like the wall of smokes on the outer bomb site, which is going to force, interestingly enough, Zipex to start rotating away. He also wants to use his nades. You can see that he has a smoke and a Molotov. He wants to use that to cut off the choke points. It is interesting that he decides to rotate because, as you can see here, both Glaive and Dupree are close in the ladder room, meaning that they get info. They will also get a kill, and they probably have the information that it's a fake. So still, Heroic manages to pull it off. They're going to go B, get the kill on Zipex. The only good thing for Astralis is that Device has already rotated towards the B bomb site, maybe got a good read, and he is going to, you can play out the clip now, he is going to get a couple of kills, which is basically going to shut down this fake from Heroic, even though you can see now the wall of smokes falling down, even though it was a good strat in its foundation. Perhaps a bit unlucky, the positioning that Astralis had in the round. They were read pretty quickly.
And again, the importance of you being able to just run up all the way towards the CT spawn as a T. Once you're attacking, that bomb side just comes inevitable. I mean, once Device gets in position to defend, and you're not able to show that aggression, it's going to be very, very hard to hold that bomb side anymore.
Yeah, and Astralis get off to the start that we did expect. Astralis, the favorites for this semi-final, looking to secure that grand final spot alongside FaZe, have done just one step in the right direction. Up next is Nuke, and Heroic already rocked the boat of Katowice very firmly with this map pick, perhaps their pocket pick, and see if we can take them into a third. Now, I am throwing results in your face, but to see it for yourself, there is an app available for it, theScore esports app, one of our sponsors here. Do be sure to check it out for not only the stats, but also your news, your articles, and maybe even a couple more statistics. You know how good the statistics are for when it comes to analysis, Yanko?
Well, if you really want to be a stats expert, that's where you go.
There you go. Heard it here from Yanko. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll be talking about Nuke, Heroic, trying to take us into a third, or will Astralis just prove to be the greater Dane?
Do you want to feel like a pro?